Hello and welcome to my Tomb Raider 4 any percent glitch speedrun tutorial. I'm making this because many new skips were found and yeah, there is no really up-to-date tutorial. So yeah, I'm going to explain alternative strats for beginners and some advanced strats for the experienced speedrunners. So yeah, I think this tutorial is for everyone and hope you will enjoy. Before you start, you want to buy the game on GOG Galaxy, GOG Store, The Last Revelation, and install the German version of the game. Just go to Configuration and select for the game language Deutsch or German. After it's installed, go to Setup, it's loading, and disable FMVs. And you might want to change the resolution. For my speedruns, I use this resolution. Then click OK, and the game should start. I will switch the scene to show you more of the game. Also, make sure to adjust the options and controls after you install the German version, because they are getting resetted. And for my speedruns, I use a controller, but you might want to use a keyboard. It's only a preference thing. But if you use a controller, I can recommend the software Joy2Key, so you can remap some buttons from the keyboard to your joystick. For example, the hotkey for the small mats, you cannot press it on the controller, and on keyboard you can press it. Start a new game. And while watching the cutscene, press and hold roll and up. And after the cutscene, you will trigger a dialogue, which you can skip by tapping the look button. Then run in a little curve like this. Trigger the next dialogue. Don't skip it too fast. Run here. Do a swan dive jump. Press jump here. Then do a sequence kinda like that. Also important now, don't skip this dialogue too fast. And now here are 3 ways to get over here. The easiest one is just jump over here. Then you can also do something like that on the right. I don't know if I can get it, but you can get the jump. And the fastest way, but also the hardest. Jump here. Okay, didn't make it. But you jump here with a twist, and then you can jump up. It's a little hard, but it saves like 2 seconds. Yeah, kinda like that. Then, next dialogue, skip it fast, jump here, hop back, and now you want to grab the sledge there. Kinda like that. And shimmy to the right. Nothing too special here.
Gut, drücken Sie nun die Vorwärtstaste, um hochzuklettern.
Do a sequence like this, run, skip this dialogue fast, jump to the left, skip the dialogue, and now the first setup for a glitch. You want to roll to the sledge. Doesn't matter if you're like all the way to the right or like here. Just be kinda like that. Then you want to climb up while doing a crouch, so press crouch and up. And press up, 1 left, stand up, hop back, tap right. It's important, if you hear a step sound, then it's too much to the right. We'll do a save here. So this is too much. just like this, and then start running and press jump. And you will get up and make a little sequence here. And it's important to say, if you sprint, you can start sprinting and then can actually release the sprint button. And she will keep sprinting. And you can gain an extra sprint stamina. Yeah, do a crouch dive here and trigger the cutscene. And now we wait. Okay, after the cutscene, hop back and turn a little bit to the left, like this. And then you can run to this lever and pull it. Then you can make a roll, or you can turn to the right. I usually do a roll, sprint to the crawl space, and do a crouch dive. And now crouch to Werner. Don't get up.
Yeah.
Skip the cutscene. Sprint extend, so start sprinting, then let it go, and then again press sprint.
Tauchen Sie durch die Öffnung. Tauchen Sie durch die Öffnung.
Dive
Drücken Sie
here.
Springen, um eine Tauchrolle auszuführen.
And do a
Der
roll
Garten
to this
der
next
fünf
cutscene,
Türme. Zur
which you
Rechten
cannot
sehen Sie den Weg der
skip.
Kette. Zu Ihrer Linken erkennen Sie den Pfad der Tugend.
And
Sie
really
kennen mich, Werner.
important,
Ich bin der
stay
geborene
on the tile
Tugendwächter.
where Werner is. If you are like here, he will sometimes not move. So just stay here and wait for him to move. Then here another little sequence. You want to start sprint and then roll as soon as the gate is opening. Do an extended sprint, let go of sprint, then here.
Yeah.
And now we will do a crouching cornerback. So what I do, I turn to the right, and my visual is like need to switch to windowed mode. Oops. This line with her head, so go kinda like this, then turn until the camera zooms to Lara, kinda like that. This is too much, this is all the way okay. And this is not okay anymore. So kinda like this. Crouch, forward, and let go of crouch, and you are up. Then do a jump, jump,
Schwingen Sie sich.
skip the cutscene, and running jump, hold sprint here to gain a boost, and pull the lever. You can actually press jump and right here to do this, roll, twist jump, then sprint down to the next level. You can press jump right at the end and you might get a little boost forwards, but it's not that necessary. Okay, start sprinting and do a dive right at the end. Then you can sprint here again. Jump, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hold action for grab, so you cancel the stumble. Jump over here, start sprinting. I like to grab here in the middle of this tile for the next sequence. You can do a sprint, then dive here right at the end. So you have the perfect position for do another crouching cornerback. Again, camera has to be zoomed in to Lara. Crouch, forward, let go. And this sequence is a bit annoying, but kinda like that. And then start sprinting here. And you might get the sprint to the end. And that's Cambodia. Also, for the next sequence I do, press guns and back at the end of this cutscene. So she will hop back and draw the guns in the first frame of the next level. Kinda like this. Now you want to turn a little bit to the left and then do a backflip twist to the flares. Roll into them, pick them up. Sprint to the next one, pick them as well up. Then jump kinda like that to the shotgun, pick the shotgun up. And then you want to sprint. You can see on the screen what exactly I'm pressing and when. So you need to do only 3 dives. Then all the way down. Then you want to light up a flare. Sprint. Now really important. I'll do a save here. You want to jump down and you need the save and don't overwrite it. So if you do the save and want to save later on, save on a different save slot. That's really important. So you run down, jump down. You can do it in an easy way and stand here, kind of like here. Your camera has to be on this tile. So either you do it really safe and stop here, save here. This would be too much behind and it's too much forward. Or you can just jump down and while running do a save. I can show that. Kinda like here. Then we want to do a flare back. I can explain it a bit. We run into the wall and you see her hands are at the wall, and when she's doing this, you want to press guns, roll, put the guns away and crouch and pick up the flare. It took a bit longer than expected, so you can show it quick. And then you are teleporting up. Turn, backflip twist to this piece. Wait a bit, jump, and then press flare again to cancel the stumble. Now I didn't really cancel it because I stopped. Yeah, then do this little sequence. Kinda like that. For the next glitch, there are 2 ways to do it. Again, save on a different slot if you want to. So, the easy way is you sprint to the end, hop back, crouch forward, then really important, just only tap the guns, then forward again. And then I can show you the visual. You have your left foot has to be somewhere here, and then turn a little bit to the right until the foot's either barely hits the corner, the edge here, or is a little bit away like this. I need to do it faster here now, because of the flare. Hop back, crouch forward, pistol forward. Do something like this. Stand up, draw the guns, step forward, and in the end, turn a little bit to the right, put the guns away, step left, then press action and spam right. And you should get this. Then get your shotgun, jump up, 1, 2, start sprinting, then roll at the end and you get the perfect position. Then switch back to your pistols. And I can show you where the perfect standing position is for the next jump. So either on the middle of this tile, maybe a little bit more forward. This is also okay. This may not work. A little bit forward would be nice. So the best position is like the middle of the tile. For the faster version, you sprint to this ledge and then you let cancel your sprint and run into this, and you will get the same position and you will do the same things as with the setup, and it should also work. Another thing you can do is, which is not that hard, but you can just let go of sprint here. But you will not always get the same position. So here you need to do one more step forwards. Now my least favorite glitch, the speedrun. Jump down. On the stumble you can turn left, then roll and grab the ledge. Shimmy all the way to the left and drop. While dropping down you can activate your flare and jump to the left. So it's gonna look like that. Now, two things you can do. You can either cancel the stumble with the flare you just got, or you can leave it and take the stumble. So the next thing is press jump up and left. And one thing you can additionally do is press walk mid-air. So as soon as she lands, she will not move. And it's really important that you release all the buttons as soon as she lands. But it's not really necessary, you can just press a jump up and left, so it's gonna look like that. But as you see, I hold the buttons for too long and she run into this slope. So I can recommend to do this with a walk. So she lands here. Then you do a sidestep left, crouch, draw the weapons, turn left, stand up, one step forwards. Now there are two things you can do. Many people do sidestep left, then sidestep right. But what I do is I jump. So the flare jump will be a bit different at the end. So I can recommend to test things out and see what's better for you. For this I will jump. And turn right to find a visual. So the end of the screen needs to align with this little spot here. This would work, then this would also work, but this would maybe not work, so I would get a little more to the right. And I really recommend to save here because the flare jump is a bit toxic. So jump, turn, find the spot, kinda like this. Then for the flare jump, press action, jump, up and right. It's really tricky. You need to find the perfect order for the buttons and the timing. Then crouch 9 times, press guns if you don't stand up, and run to the end of the level. I can show it again in a really fast way. Here you want to jump a little bit to the right and then jump at this point and then turn to the left, so you will just land here, so you can just pull the lever. And then you do a backflip twist into running dive to this item, turn a bit to the right, pick it up, jump, get another flare out. Then you do another flare bug, but this time you don't get teleported up. You get stuck here. And then turn while pressing either just left or right, or up and left or right. And this position is not really that important, just somewhere here. Then go to your inventory, pick the binoculars, and then look for the visual. The visual is like this. On the left and on the right are those two pillars, I would say. And then just press a little bit down Not too much, but also not too less. Kinda like that, and then press guns and roll. And you will get this cutscene. From here, turn and sprint. Sprint again and do a dive at the end of this tile. Then push this once forward. And now we want to go to the right. So we turn to the right and kind of run a little bit into this statue and then turn left. Kinda like that. And then press action again and then push this twice. You can let go of all the buttons here and press flare. So she will light up a flare while watching this beautiful cutscene of this beautiful room. And you can already hold jump and back and do a backflip twist. Run like this, flare cancel, so press flare mid-air. Do some extended sprints here. Light up another flare. Now you want to bump into this wall a bit angled, kinda like this on this spot. Do the flare bug. Another twisting backflip. And to the end of this level. Now really important, hold up, flare and walk while on the loading screen. And she will always get the same position here with a flare. You want to avoid the tiles in front of you because they spawn enemies. So you jump to the left and mid-air you press up and left, so she starts walking and then run into the wall to the flare bug. And now you are up. Then there are two ways to do the next sequence. You can either risk it and do a back flip twist and dive kinda like here into the slope, then jump again and light up a flare. Or if you're not really comfy with that, you can just run down and wait. It's a bit of a time loss, but it's not that risky because you can die here. Do like this, light up a flare, jump on the slope, slide down, run into the wall, do the flare bug, and then this door will open. It's RNG when it will open. Run to this point, more flare bugs because we love flare bugs. Roll. Another flare bug. Here you want to jump twist and light up a flare. Into this wall. Now the flare bug. And roll. Really important. Keep the flare. Don't press guns. Go to your inventory. Get this thing. And then look for a visual. The visual is like this dark spot. And you want to press guns and roll this point. And then you finish the level. Now jump off the slope. Do a running jump. And really important, we want to do a flare bug on this tile, on this wall. Now we press look up and right, so the camera will be out of bounds if we release the buttons. And really important, we need to save later, so save it and don't overwrite it. Now we want to turn to the right. I don't have really a visual, it's just a feeling. And roll, save on a different slot and reload the save. And if you hear the car starting and driving, it's a good sign. So the glitch will work and we wait to finish the level. If you don't hear the car, just move a little bit more to the right or left and save and reload again. Now, Temple of Karnak, here are some strats which are faster but also more riskier. I'm trying to explain them all, so you can decide if you want to do them or not. We wait for Lara. Now you can save at this slot, but those two you really need later. Turn left, take a flare out, then if you get lucky, you get the stumble here, like that. If you get that, you can do the flare bug. And if not, like that, turn to the left until you see the flare, and then press guns and do the typical flare bug. Now, two ways to do the next sequence. You can either roll here and do the flare bug. Roll. Get the binoculars out, and we try to get somewhere on this. The visual is this dark brown tile. So this would work, this would work, this would maybe also work. So most of the cases it just press up to get down here. And the other faster strat is to, while she's landing, turn to the left. So she will throw the flare to the wall, then roll. And yeah, you can do the same. That's what a visual, like this. Press guns and roll. And you're on the next level. Here, slide down and press flare mid-air, so you cancel the stumble. Get up here. Get another flare out and run to this. Jump up. Now, this is a really difficult warp, so the angle matters. And you have to get a feeling. If this is a 0 degree, you kind of want to be like on 30 degrees. Kinda like that. Then get your binoculars out. And tap 2 times up. And press guns and roll. Now here on this level, get your shotgun out. And here are 2 ways to do this level. So the easy strat is to kill all the 3 scorpions with the shotgun. Like that. And switch back to pistols. And get yourself a flare. Go to this. And you have to be angled here as well a little bit. Kinda like that. And press guns, roll, do the usual flare bug, but at the end, as soon as she picks up the flare, hold pistols and roll at the same time, so she will throw the flare away. Kinda like that. And we do another flare jump, but this time it's action jump up and left. And maybe you have to angle yourself a bit less. So you get the flare jump, and then your camera gets like this. So you have to press look or guns. Then get yourself another flare, sprint to this corner, and angle yourself a bit so you can crouch, press guns, and yeah, do the flare bug. Roll here, really important, don't press weapons, you need the flare for the warp. And now we get the binoculars and press guns and roll. And we are here. For the more harder strat, you kill only this scorpion, put the shotgun away, then get the flare. Then press guns here. Kill the 2 scorpions with the pistols. If you get poisoned, you can heal. And yeah, do the same here. It's a bit more difficult because you have to Get the flare in the perfect position while the scorpions are around. And yeah, do the rest the same. So here you run down and dive at the end and get the weapons up so you throw the flare away. We don't need this anymore. Yeah, and depending how good you are and if you do the setup, and you have to do different things. So if you're a beginner, light the flare up really late. Then here, a little sequence. Hold jump, then jump twist, hold roll and do a fake grab. I'm gonna save here again. And you want to jump to this ledge, shimmy all the way to the left, get up, then hold, jump, action, up and left, do 2 side steps to the left, and then you are basically here. The faster strat is to light the flare up really early so you can just go here, angle yourself a bit, and do the setup for a flare jump. So at the end, hold guns and roll. And what we want to do is to do a flare jump like this. Now you are here, and we're gonna do a few buffers. So, gonna save here again. The easy strat is to get your guns out until you see your health bar. Then press and hold pause. While pausing, hold left and then press your inventory button or escape for keyboard 3 times. Tap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then you can release off all the buttons and press inventory again. Then you get this position. For the more risky strat, you just kinda... Okay, I'm in the void. You kinda want to aim without buffering. So it would be like... Need to do the flare jump first. Would be kinda like just here. So kinda like that. But no matter what you do, after this, you want to get your binoculars out and do more buffers. So there are a few ways to do the buffers. I do 6 time up and left, then switch to 8 times only up. So it would be like hold pause, left and up, and press escape or the inventory up button 6 times. Then switch to only up and 8 times. After that, you release all the buttons, press escape or inventory button again, and you have to pray that you're gonna get a fast warp. So after that, press guns and roll. If you're lucky, you get a fast warp. This is not a fast warp. Yeah, but basically you're gonna get to this level. You can also do 5 buffers up left and 10 up. But I see many people do different buffers, so the most consistent for me is 6, 8, but you can also test 5 and 10. Now here you want to sprint, dive into a grab, so you can just do a dive here again. And it's a really tough area because the blades can kill you. So you have to time your dives and jumps and all the things. But you can dive into the wall here. So you will not get hit, most likely, but it's so inconsistent. Yeah, you had to light up a flare, then you would be here, jump down, stumble cancel with the flare, and if you go fast, you can light up a flare right here, but if you don't want to risk it, just climb up first and light the flare up here. I'm gonna save here. Then get to this crawl space. Crouch like 9 times or 10 times. Get up, run into this corner, sidestep left, then turn a bit to the right like this, and sidestep left again, so you will get always the same position. Like this. Sidestep right, crouch, then do the flare jump setup. So at the end, hold guns and roll. Do a flare jump to the right, so upright. And then we use a visual for the warp. On the right side, you see this symbol. I hope I can show you like that. So yeah, here. This is the circle and this is the other symbol. You kind of want to be here, here, or the best visual would be here. And take your binoculars out. Yeah, if I switch to windowed mode, this will happen. So, and do, yeah, guns and roll. Now we're gonna do the train skip, which is also one of the most difficult skips we do in the speedrun. In this cutscene, press jump, right, and flare immediately, and all at the same time, and hold them until she does the things. And for beginners, I would recommend to save mid-air. Kinda like that. And really important, you have to chain your actions one by another. If you delay them, this trick will not work. It's really hard to explain, so I will maybe show it first and then explain it a bit. Yeah, we will see. So actually I can explain here. After you do the sidestep, you can either pause, buffer here, and look for a visual. I use, my visual is Laura's hair, the tip of the hair. So you buffer until you see the white yellowish spot. Now it's underneath the T, letter T. And you want it to be like in between of the T and the A, like this, or even one more buffer. It's not that precise, but yeah, you have to know what frame you are, so you can later get the glitch more consistent. After you buffer this, press guns and press escape, so you will get out of this buffering. And you have to draw the guns 3 times. And while doing this, also do a step forward. I'm gonna do that real quick. And after the 3rd time, you want to hold flare again to get another flare. And do 3 draw guns again. But this time you also have to roll and crouch. So it's gonna look like that. No, that's one too many. You see, it's really difficult. I would do this in one go. Like this. Hold flare. And guns again, roll and crouch, then hold action, turn 3 times to the left and 7 times to the right, and do jump at the end. And here's a good spot to save, and I would really recommend to save. So after the jump you hold action, turn a little bit to the right, so you're kind of facing the wall. And then press left. So it's gonna look like that. Maybe you have to get it a few times before you can actually get it. I would really recommend to practice this. So now this worked. So if you're too late, this will not work. If you're too early, this will not work. So you have to wait until she landed after the jump and then, yeah, press. I usually hold action and just turn right and then left. Yeah, this didn't work. This as well. So as you can see, it's a little bit difficult. Oh, it worked. And now you can do a backflip twist into a roll to finish this level. I hope I explained it good enough, because it's really hard to explain. If you have some issues with it, just look what I'm pressing on slow motion or so. And yeah, practice it a lot. It's really important. It saves 2 minutes. And good luck on that. Also, I forgot to tell that while in the loading screen, press and hold down and flare. So this is the starting position in the next level. Then turn a little to the left, draw the guns, turn a little to the right, do a sidestep to the left, then crouch and get the flare. Wait a little, get the binoculars, and then you might want to YOLO this. So press guns and roll. Or maybe a bit more consistent, turn a little to the right and press up and do then, yeah, guns and roll. Now on this, do a sequence like that. Jump over the step. Do a dive here. Do a dive here. Now, here are 2 ways to get past this jump. So the easy strat is to walk into this edge, then jump back, then do a running jump into a swan dive, and you will land here up. The more difficult strat is to kinda hug the wall here on the left side and then turn to the right. Kinda like that, so you also land here and it's faster. After that, you can either do a jump to this crawl space or walk to there to at the end of this and also grab the crawl space. I will do the jump. Then press crouch and up to get into this. What I did, I crouched 7 times, and on the 8th time I pressed up and left, so he got a bit turned here. Gonna save here. Then you can only do 1 turn to the left and press down in action, and she will do this. While falling down, get a flare. Then when you land here, again turn a little to the left until you see the flare, and do a flare bug here. Backflip twist. Run here. Let go, run here. Then do a flare bug here. Then you want to kind of do a banana jump on the left side of this corner to this little hill. So it's gonna look like that. Yeah, if you don't make it, no problem, you can just jump up here. So we did skip a cutscene. If you land here, you can, and still have the flare, you can flare cancel the stumble. Then run here, get another flare. Do flare bug here. Then turn kinda like that. And get the binoculars and aim somewhere here. And press guns and roll. Actually only guns works. Then throw the old flare away. Keep swimming to the left. And get up. Also get another flare. Now, for beginners, I would recommend to save here. So, the optimal runner would have 3 saves. The first 2 saves you need, and the one save slot where you save for, I don't know, train skip and such. Then you get on the left side, get up, then run into the wall, do the flare bug, hold roll here. Then we're gonna warp to the end, so only this is left. Get the binoculars, do a buffer, so press pause, left and up 2 times, 1, 2, then press guns and roll, wait a bit, then save and load, and while it's loading, hold pause. Now we're gonna buffer once, so tap escape real quick. Then we hold load, the load button, and also buffer once. Really important, just tap escape or the inventory button. And load your KV5 save. Now we are in the void. In the void, we're gonna save again. And load the Tomb of Set save. And while loading, hold load again. And load the Temple of Horrors. And you finished the speedrun. Congrats.